tell us about the bye week, Brian. What was the focus during the bye week for you guys?
Big focus on technique fundamentals and getting healthy too. We've been pretty banged up this year, and so there was a big point of emphasis on getting our bodies back and just doing what we can to be as healthy as we can this Friday against Cal.
What does that look like? I mean, what are you guys doing when it's all about recovery like that?
Just big point of emphasis, getting in the treatment room, getting in the tubs, massage, whatever you need to get your body back. There was a big point of emphasis on that this last week.
You never want to see guys go down. You guys have had to deal with that on the offensive line. Just how big has it been, the versatility that you guys always talk about this year, especially in your situation for you personally with filling in for Alex?
Yeah, I mean, you obviously never want to see a guy go down, but at the end of the day, that's kind of the reality in football. It's going to happen sometimes, and it became a reality for us this last week. And like Coach Mirabal says, they're not going to cancel the game. You got to have 5 guys that are ready to go, and so we feel like we did a pretty good job of that. We'll look to improve on that again this week.
What are the focuses against this Cal defense?
They're a physical team. They stop the run well, so we know that we have to bring it up front. They're a really, really well-coached team. They got a good front seven, and they're really aggressive in coverage. And so, we definitely have a challenge for us on the offensive side of the ball this week.
What's the mental preparation like when you're preparing all week to play guard, and then all of a sudden Alex has back spasms and you have to slide over? What's that like?
Yeah, fortunately I have a background at center. It's not like it was the first time I ever played center. So I had a pretty good understanding, and there was a feeling that maybe that was going to happen on Saturday. We weren't sure. We felt like Alex was going to be able to go, but Mirabal tapped me on the shoulder out before the game and said, "You got to go at center." And I knew that I'd be ready. I'd taken some reps at center. I'd watched film as if I was going to play both, and so when the time came on Saturday, I was ready to go center.
Do you like having a week? I mean, you never want to lose a game, but are you one of those guys where I just want to get back out, play another game, or is the bye week beneficial to kind of reflect on what went wrong?
Well, I think the bye week was positive in the sense that we were able to get our bodies back a little bit, right? But you also hate the fact that you got the sour taste in your mouth for an extra week, and so we had to live with that for an extra week, longer than we normally would. But we're looking to bounce back on Friday.
What have you seen from Cal's defense, in particular against the run? That's probably the area that they're strongest.
Yeah. Like I was saying, they're a really good run defense. They're physical. Their front seven is extremely well coached, and they get after you in the run game, and that's something they pride themselves on. They're one of the best run defenses in the conference, and so we have our work cut out for us up front, and we'll look to try and get after them this week.
They always have to rely on their linebackers to make a lot of their plays. I realize Dang is not there and won't be, but what have you seen from their inside guys who you'll be matched up against? They just love to free up their backers to make plays.
Yeah, they're physical. They're heady football players. They know where you want to go with the football, and they got a nose for the football. They always seem to find a way to get to the ball, and they're relentless. They chase the ball, and they do a good job of their D linemen freeing up their linebackers. And so, like I said, they're a well-coached defense, and they stop the run pretty well. So we got a good challenge this week.
You guys always pride yourselves on being able to run the ball well. What do you see from those young running backs that are now going to be shouldering some of the load with CJ out?
Yeah, they're explosive. They're extremely talented. They got a good burst. And then like Byron he can run through arm tackles. He can run through any tackle really. He's a physical runner. Seven's extremely dynamic. Trey's kind of the full package of receiving. He's a physical back, and he's got some explosiveness to him. So I look forward to watching those guys this week.
What happened if you tried to block Coach Saturday?
We've actually talked about this quite a bit in the O-line room, and I think all of us have agreed that we would need a double team probably just to get a stalemate against him in his prime. So even today, I think if you gave him one down to line it up, I don't see many guys getting much movement on him anywhere in the country. So
let's say you're double teaming with the center. If one of you scrapes off to the backer, is the guy who's left in trouble?
Yeah, that's a big man. I'll tell you that much.